The presentation had my name on it Friday. By Monday, it had his. I had spent 4 months building that strategy from scratch. Late nights, weekends, skipped lunches. And in one meeting, he stood up in front of the entire executive team and presented it like it was his own idea. He didn't mention my name once. Not once. But what he didn't know was, I had already prepared for this moment. My name is Sarah. I'm 29. I've been working at a mid-sized marketing firm in Chicago for 3 years. When I first joined, I loved it. The team was collaborative, the energy was great, and I genuinely believed hard work would get me somewhere. Then David arrived. David became our department head 18 months ago. Tall, confident, always wearing the right suit, always saying the right things in the right meetings. Management loved him immediately. The rest of us, we were just tools he used to look good. He had a habit. Whenever someone on the team came up with a strong idea in our internal meetings, he'd say, "I love that. Let me think about how to develop it further." And then 2 weeks later, that exact idea would appear in a senior meeting, with his name on it. Every single time. But nobody said anything. Because David was charming. 6 months ago, our company was struggling. We'd lost 2 major clients back to back, and the CEO called an emergency strategy meeting. Every department head had to present a recovery plan. David came to me privately the day before. He said, "Sarah, you're the most creative person on this team. I need your help. Put together some ideas by tomorrow morning, and I'll make sure you get recognized." I stayed up until 2 a.m. I built a full 12-slide deck, a complete client retention strategy, new loyalty tiers, personalized outreach campaigns, a referral bonus program. I even calculated the projected revenue increase, 34% within 2 quarters. I sent it to David at 2:47 a.m. He replied with one word, "Perfect." I went to sleep feeling proud, feeling seen, feeling like this was finally my moment. The next morning, I walked into the office ready. I had dressed up. I was prepared to present alongside David, or at least be introduced as the person behind the strategy. The meeting started at 10 a.m. The CEO, 3 VPs, and all the department heads were in the room. David walked to the front. He pulled up my slides, my words, my data, and he began speaking like he had spent weeks developing every single point himself. I sat in that room frozen. My heart was pounding. I kept waiting for him to say my name, to gesture toward me, to give me even a single second of credit. He never did. When the CEO said, "David, this is exceptional thinking. This is exactly the kind of leadership we need," David smiled and said, "Thank you. I've been working on this for a while." I felt sick. After the meeting, he caught me in the hallway and said, "Great teamwork, Sarah. I'll make sure you're rewarded internally." Then he walked away. Rewarded internally. That was it. That was my credit. That night, I went home and I cried. Not because I was weak, but because I was furious. I had given everything to that company, and this man had just stolen 4 months of my work and received a standing ovation for it. I almost quit the next day. I had my resignation letter typed out and everything. But then something shifted in me. I thought, if I quit, he wins. He gets to keep the credit, keep the promotion, keep the reputation, and I'd disappear quietly like I was never there. No, if he wanted a war, I was going to win it, quietly, professionally. Here's what I did. First, I went back through every single email between me and David. Every message where he asked for my ideas. Every file I had sent him. Every timestamp. I compiled everything into one document. Second, I found out that David had done this before, to Marcus, a guy who left the company 8 months ago. I called Marcus. He had the same story, almost word for word, and he still had his emails. Third, I reached out directly to the VP of Operations, not to complain. I asked for a one-on-one meeting to discuss my career growth and contribution to the recent strategy presentation. Professional, calm, no accusations. In that meeting, I brought my documentation. I showed her the 2:47 a.m. email, the original deck with my file name and the metadata, Marcus's testimony, the pattern. I didn't cry. I didn't raise my voice. I just presented the evidence, the same way David had presented my work, except this time, the work was actually mine. 2 weeks later, HR opened a formal investigation. 3 weeks after that, 2 more team members came forward with similar stories. David was placed on administrative leave on a Thursday morning. By Friday afternoon, his office was empty. The CEO sent a company-wide email, thanking the team for their courage and integrity in maintaining our workplace values. He didn't name me, but every single person in that office knew. The strategy I built, it was officially credited to me in the company records. My name is now on that presentation. And the client retention program I designed, it's been running for 4 months. We've recovered both lost clients. Revenue is up 31%. David is currently job hunting. I heard he's having a hard time. References are complicated when your former employer knows exactly what you did. Here's what I learned from all of this. Document everything, every idea, every email, every timestamp. Your work has a paper trail. Make sure you own it. And never quit when someone wrongs you. Quitting lets them win. Staying, strategically, patiently, with evidence. That's how justice actually works. If someone has ever stolen your credit at work, drop your story in the comments. I read every single one. And if this video found you at the right moment, share it with someone who needs to hear it today.